Nuer fighters pose security threat to South Sudan and Ethiopia along border. The video depicts thousands of Nuer youth have returned to Gambela, Ethiopia, after illegally crossing into South Sudan to engage in clashes with government forces along the border. Reports indicate that the group included a mix of Ethiopian and South Sudanese Nuer youth, alongside a small number of fighters associated with the Sudan People's Liberation Movement in opposition, SPLMIO. The attackers were met with strong resistance from the South Sudan People's Defense Forces, SSPDF, who are better equipped and inflicted heavy casualties on the invading forces. While the SSPDF also suffered losses, reportedly dozens of soldiers, the toll on the Nuer fighters was significantly higher. Illegal border crossings have complicated efforts to eliminate the White Army militia and rogue IO fighters who refuse to follow their leadership. IO official Stephen Parr has disavowed the group, labeling them as outlaws who must be confronted. The authenticity of the video remains unverified, but according to the comments, these are Nuer fighters in Gambela while returning from South Sudan. The South Sudanese government has yet to fully address the growing issue of cross-border infiltration by armed youth from Ethiopia, who return after engaging in hostilities. This activity not only destabilizes the region but also threatens peace on both sides of the border. It is imperative for both Ethiopia and South Sudan to strengthen border control to prevent further violence and arms smuggling. The presence of armed Nuer youth in Gambela poses a threat to peaceful coexistence with other Ethiopian ethnic groups in the region. Similarly, the smuggling of firearms into South Sudan risks fueling conflict by supplying the White Army and dissident IO elements. Both the White Army militia and the outlawed IO factions undermine peace and security in the region. Joint action by Ethiopia and South Sudan is essential to dismantle these groups, which function as illegal terrorist militias. A precedent exists: the successful collaboration between the South Sudanese and Ugandan armies in eliminating the Lord's Resistance Army, LRA, significantly improved security along their shared border. A similar strategy could be effective in neutralizing the White Army and outlaw IO fighters, if adopted jointly by Ethiopia and South Sudan.